Well, good morning. Welcome to my realistic morning routine. I'm fast forwarding because my first clip for this video disappeared. So we are up for the morning. Just Genevieve is awake, my 5-year-old. I also have a 1-year-old Felicity who will be waking up in a little bit, but I like these kind of mornings, even if just 5 or 10 minutes with just Genevieve. Before everyone else wakes up, we like to just sit and chat, and I'll have my coffee and she'll have her breakfast, which you saw she's having oatmeal this morning. I also wanted to mention that this video is kindly sponsored by Brooklyn, and we'll talk about in just a minute. Okay, back to my morning. Tyler's up. We've all been up at the same time. Gigi. So our morning usually starts with, by the way, Genevieve parading into our room, usually 15 minutes before the alarm would go off at 7, and just letting us know she's awake. But what's cute is she started doing this morning checklist. We found one on Teachers Pay Teachers. It was like $1. I probably could have found a free one, but anytime I can support teachers making things, I try to. Anyway, it's this perfect morning checklist, right? And you get dressed on your own, you do your hair, brush your teeth, eat breakfast. Of course, I made the breakfast for her, but it's really cute, and she was the one that wanted to do it. So that's what she's been doing the past few mornings. That has been nice. We'll see how long it lasts, but it's nice. All right, we've now entered the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse era of the morning. Tyler is feeding Pinocchio. I'm getting his homemade food. We kind of like half and half his science diet food with the stuff we make in the crock pot when we have it made. And that's part of our morning. I've told you guys about this guy. Oh, whoops, we're already failing. So Friday morning, it's been pretty good. I would say we remember to use it 80% of the time. I think we're getting better and better. Well, we had forgotten last night. It's just a habit. Yeah, so that was a great little Amazon find. Okay, so we're trying this next part on our new, I almost said toy camera. Our new camera, like it's like a toy.
Yeah, it's the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, and I am so excited about
yeah,
this.
So we're gonna try using this for Vlogmas.
For, right? Disney, because I feel like it's so small, and I'm gonna actually do a whole big thing, not a big thing, but I'm gonna talk about it in my vlog, because I did a bunch of research on this, and people are freaking out about this camera, like, content creators.
You can really see our dumping ground dining room. This has been the subject of a lot of my videos lately. Like I talk about it a lot.
I'm just so excited.
Yeah, this is cool. So it's so smooth. Oh my gosh. I'll be curious to hear the sound and kind of compare. I'm not going to do this whole vlog on it. I just want to hear a few clips compared to my iPhone clips earlier. I'll use my big camera for some parts and just kind of compare and contrast, you know? But yeah,
pros and cons list.
This is really cool. So wait, if I'm looking here, that's the viewfinder. If I'm looking there, does it feel like I'm looking into your soul? I'm trying to get used. Like, what do I need to get used to looking at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This will be interesting. We'll see. Hi, handsome boy. He says, I'm a part of the morning routine too. Yes, you are.
I'm a responsibility.
That's right. You already went out and sniffed out the squirrels in the backyard, right? Yeah? Were there any? Does this lens make my nose look longer? You're so cute. Okay, we're going upstairs, and Felicity is still sleeping, which is nice. But I need to get myself dressed. So today, like I said, every day is different. Today, Genevieve is going to pre-K. Felicity's going to my parents because they're going to watch her during the day so we can work. And then we're going to pick up Genevieve and head there for dinner. We're going to have dinner there. I'm going to make a dessert to bring, and that's going to be our day. It'll be nice because we actually haven't gotten to see them. We saw them for like a family event with everyone a few weeks ago, but we haven't seen them in a while like that. Well, I should say this. We haven't done like a family dinner with them, just them and us, in a while. So we're really excited to do that. So I need to get dressed so I can take her to school and then come back and finish getting ready. That's the way I usually do it. All right, teeth are brushed. I think Felicity's starting to stir. Throwing deodorant on. By the way, my jammies I was wearing earlier are Walmart jammies. I don't know if I bought them a few months ago. I wore them in Egypt, and so Tyler and I always joke that they're my Egypt jammies because I only brought like a few pair, you know. Anyway, so deodorant, toothbrushed. I need to like put some dry shampoo in my hair and then get that sweet little girl. By the way, breakfast is, lately it's been in like 2 spurts. I'll make Genevieve breakfast, and then Felicity will get up a little bit later and I'll make her breakfast. And it's, you know, dealer's choice pretty much. We don't eat like a big family breakfast together. It's just not. Usually I'm not that hungry first thing in the morning. Like, unless it's a weekend, we'll do like a breakfast together and make it. But I don't really ever generally, yeah, you're wild. I can't just skip breakfast. But I first thing in the morning, I'm like, I just want a little coffee. Sometimes if I'm hungry, I'll want like a banana. But yeah, so that is that. I just changed into this little this little number. So I'm just wearing a shirt from American Eagle and these jeans I got that I can't link and everyone always asks about, and I don't know. I mean, they're from Paige, but I got them like 50% off at like either Nordstrom Rack or during a Nordstrom sale, but it was a while ago. And then my Ana Luisa little heart necklace. I need to, like I said, do my hair and makeup. Sometimes I have time before we go. Most of the time I have to do it when we get back because there's just absolutely no way. So hair is just pulled back for now. I'll probably do it later. Throwing some vitamin C serum on. If I at least get that on my face in the morning before I run them out, I'm gonna call that a win. All right, this little monkey's awake. Good morning. Daddy's already got her. Okay, we're changed. I'll pick out an outfit. Tyler and I have an ongoing joke that anytime you have such great fashion sense, but apparently it just simply stops at kids' clothes.
I pick an upper, I pick a lower, and then we're done. We're out the door.
He no mind to like the colors, patterns, and obviously this is trivial stuff, but I'm like, dude, come on.
She doesn't care.
We've got some spilled OJ. Kind of made a funny shape, huh? Oh, jeez. Hey, at least it didn't go on the floor, huh? Does that just happen sometimes? It just happens. The dishes are later's problem. All right, next step, now we're back to my phone, just for me comparing. Getting the girls' bags ready. So for Genevieve, we really just need a fresh water cup for the day. I usually make sure there's like a hat and gloves. She usually has a stuffy in there. This is so funny. We bought her a new backpack for this year and she just wants to use her old one, which is kind of sweet. So, and then the diaper bag for Felicity. We use the Luli Baby one. This is the Petite Monaco in pearl white. I don't know if it's still active, but I think I have a 40% off code, 40%, which is amazing. I can put below if you were like in the market for a diaper bag, but this has been our favorite for a while. All right, we've had some eggs. We're making an English muffin. Genevieve's having an apple and oatmeal, right? Yeah, maybe Lissy's gonna have some apple. Needs a little more time. Okay, the morning chaos has commenced. So anyway, I think this is what I'm about to have. Well, by I think, I mean I know. Before I take Genevieve to school because the hunger has finally set in. All right, we are ready to go. Genevieve just put her shoes on. We are about to be out the door. At least this one is. All right, Genevieve is now at school and it is time for me to go into the quiet house to kind of what I've been trying to do in the mornings before starting to work. These are on days where we actually have time to work, is to get things in order. So like try to make the bed, make everything feel alive, no, awake. You know, the girls' rooms, I'll open their curtains, kind of straighten it up a little bit if I can. Sometimes, like in Genevieve's room, it's an absolute pit and we're like, okay, we're dealing with this tonight and she's gonna help us clean this because this is her mess. Is made. I've obviously gotten ready a bit. I am going to go back in time here in a few minutes because I'm going to get ready with you and I want to talk about a few new products. This new drugstore product I just tried that I'll show you. We'll try it together and it is interesting. And of course, Mr. Pinocchio has joined us here in his favorite spot in the whole wide world. So I want to thank today's video sponsor, which is Brooklinen. So we've been using Brooklinen bedding for years now. Our thing is, if you're going to invest in high quality bedding and really upgrade, you want it to last a long time and be worth the investment. And for us, that's what we found with Brooklinen. We have washed and dried our sets so many times over the years, and I've not noticed pilling, you know, threads or anything weird like that has not happened. And in other sheet sets I've bought, even ones that were still kind of expensive, I found that after a year, they're starting to fall apart. They're wearing like thin in certain areas. So we love that Brooklinen really is high quality and it's a good investment. Right now, Brooklinen is having their Black Friday sale, so you can save 20% off their bundles and other products. I will have the link below if you are wanting to shop the sale, but one little tip I have is to stack that sale with the bundle savings. So if you purchase one of their hardcore bundles, you get 20% off in bundle savings. So you can stack those two and save even more. So it's a really great time to shop, whether you're wanting to buy a holiday gift for someone, or maybe you're ready to upgrade yourself, or you're asking for this for Christmas. It'd be a good time to nudge the person that may be buying it for you. Like, it's a good time to buy. So Brooklinen has 4 different kinds of bedding sets. They have their classic percale, which is really cool and crisp. We like to use that set we have in the summertime. Then they also have their organic, which is made with organic cotton. They have their linen set, which is really lightweight, but it's still cozy. But our favorite is their luxe sateen. So we have the Brooklinen Luxe Hardcore Bundle. We absolutely love it. The bundle comes with your core sheet set. It comes with 2 extra pillowcases on top of the 2 that come in the set, and it comes with a duvet cover. It is so high quality. The Luxe is 480 thread count, and it is just, it has that hotel bed feeling to me, and I can't explain it other than that. It just feels like hotel bedding, like at a nice hotel. For me, it's a little bit warmer. It's really buttery soft, but we can use it year round. Like, it's not too warm to use in the summer or anything like that. We both love it. Tyler and I have tried a lot of these, and we've both decided together that the Luxe Sateen is our favorite. So that is the set I have on our bed right now. I love it. Mr. Pinocchio loves it too. So you can mix and match the different pieces, which I think is really, really cool. And again, we've been sleeping in these for years, and there is just nothing better than getting into bed at night and feeling like you are just, I mean, you spend so much time in your bed. I mean, think about how much time. This is one of the few places in your life where if you can invest in high quality bedding, you should, because we spend so much time in it. So if you want to stock up on bedding or bath essentials for fall or winter, or maybe you're ready to get a wonderful holiday gift for someone, you can save 20% off your Brooklinen order by going to the link down in the description box with their 20% off site-wide sale. I can also attest that their towels are lovely. This was not something they necessarily asked me to talk about, but I love their towels. We might be, during this sale, shopping for hand towels for our bathroom, because we've kind of had some like cheaper hand towels in there, and they're fraying, and they're kind of like, the shape of them is changing and is weird. And we have Brooklinen hand towels down in our bathroom that Tyler renovated, and we are always asked, like, what towels are those? They're so, because they feel so much nicer than anything I felt in store anywhere. Like, they are next level. So we're ready to invest in our towels now. So I'm excited about that. And I'll probably do it during this sale, because I feel like this is just a good time to do it, as I said. So thank you so much, Brooklinen, for sponsoring this portion of the video. Again, I will have the link for 20% off your Brooklinen order down below. All right, so we're popping back in time because I wanted to get ready. And obviously in the last clips, I already had makeup on, so we're, but I wanted to talk about a couple makeup items I'm just kind of like trying out, and an interesting one I just bought that I think is just interesting. It's from the drugstore, which is cool. So putting on my SPF. Also time for a little real talk, because the clips you saw before I was like taking Genevieve to school, once I was like, I don't even know where I ended, it just felt like chaos descended upon the house. And this is just real life. And like, obviously I wasn't going to pick up the camera for that. We were running late. Genevieve was upset about like what she was bringing for share day, and how dare I forget what she had told me earlier, even though my mind has like 10,000 things on my like mental load right now. But she's 5. She doesn't get that. And so she got attitude-y, and that's something we've been working on with her. Like, you know, talking about how should you talk to someone that you love, even when you're upset? And it's something I work on. You know, it's hard to not lose my temper when there's so much going on, and there's a 5-year-old that's upset and she's speaking with attitude, and we're trying to work on that. And like, it's just too many inputs is what I always say, like too many things going on. And so I bring that up to say, I feel like it would be easy for me to not talk about that and leave it out. And obviously I wasn't going to film moments where we're all upset and whatever, but I'm using the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Glow Serum. I like this. It reminds me of the Say Glowy Super Gel I love, but it's a little bit of like a different color, but it's a similar consistency. Not color, but like I think this has a little bit more of a skincare feel to it. And it's a little more lightweight, but I do like it. I know this is something people swear by. I think it looks nice. I've been wearing it under my makeup the past couple days. Anyway, I feel like that's important to bring up because when you see a video like this and it all seems like, obviously I'm trying to be realistic here. And that is that's a real part of being a parent is that, and even not even just with kids, like even with your spouse, like you just have mornings where for whatever reason you're impatient with each other or one of you's going to be late and the other's in the way and like, things like that. And so keeping it real, we are not a perfect family. I don't think that exists. And I lose my temper. Tyler doesn't lose his temper. I feel like I'm the hothead in the family. And I definitely get that from my dad. But it's something I'm working on because I know that when I snap at Genevieve, and when I say snap, I'm talking like, I don't even know, where I speak back to her with the same attitude. You know what I mean? I know that I'm modeling that, and me doing that to her models that it's okay to talk to people you love like that. So Genevieve and I had a nice little talk in the car about how, basically we both apologized to each other. And I was telling her, I said, we both need to work on that. It's hard when you are stressed out or you feel like no one's listening to you. I think that's how Genevieve was feeling because she was like, Mommy, I've already told you this. I'm like, honey, I'm thinking about like 100 things right now. But anyway, so it was a good moment. And I think it's important to have those moments because then they can learn from. Whereas if you have those moments and then never talk about it, then, and I also want her to see that Mommy and Daddy aren't perfect and we sometimes need to apologize to them because we make mistakes. And that is definitely true. I even, when I was a teacher, would talk about how, Mrs. Braun does not know everything. So when you ask me a question, I don't know the answer. I'm going to let you know I don't, and we're going to find that answer. We're going to find out how do you look that up. I had 5th graders, so it was fun to talk about how to find answers to things. Although, obviously with the internet, but this is the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop. Let me know if you're liking this camera. I know it's a little wider angle, which I think is kind of nice. Sometimes my face is so close to the camera all the time, but I also want to make sure it's like clear enough. This is never good lighting, no matter what camera I use. But this is where I get ready in the morning. So, this is just where I get ready in the morning. Unless I'm doing like a makeup specific video. So anyway, it was a rough morning in that respect. But I'm glad Gigi and I had that time to kind of talk. And all you can do as a parent is hope that you're making the best decision at any one point. And I feel like as long as you're self-aware and you're trying, that's pretty much all of it. Because you are always going to have moments. I don't know how a parent would parent properly without having moments where they're like, okay, oh my gosh, it's just hard. There are times when it's hard. We've got a 5 and a 1-year-old, and I feel like most mornings are decent. They're okay. But once we're running late for something, that's almost always when crap hits the fan. You know what I mean? Because I don't like being late at all. And we're always late. You know what I mean? I feel like that's one thing that always drives me nuts as a parent is it's really hard to get out the door. So you have to do even more prepping and planning. And I think I could definitely do more the night before when it comes to like setting out outfits for the kids. I don't have to pack a lunch for them, so that's big. We used to do that for Genevieve, and that would have been better the night before. But anyway, so that is the realistic look. That was the House Labs concealer. So the new product, by the way, I wanted to talk about is this CoverGirl bronzer, but it's a loose powder bronzer. Isn't that interesting? So this is in the shade Golden Hour. Oh, I wonder if there was a lighter shade. I ordered this on Ulta's website, so I feel like I would have noticed different shade options versus like in store if I just saw the one. I don't know. I think this might be too dark, but it's so interesting. This reminds me of the Bare Minerals loose bronzer that I really liked, but you had to be really careful with it. I think this might be too dark. So I've got a little bit in here. Oh, that's a nice tone. Okay, maybe we'll try it. All right, I'm genuinely nervous, okay. Okay, it's maybe a little dark for my skin, but I feel like it's blending in pretty easily. Like if I actually had one shade lighter, it might be really nice. You know what I mean? Because I feel like this is pigmented, but it doesn't feel as crazy as the Bare Minerals one I used to use. Well, I say that. Maybe it is. This is fascinating. I don't know that I've ever seen a drugstore brand do this. So it's cool to see CoverGirl kind of stepping out and doing their own thing. So I don't think it's bad so far. I'll keep messing with it. I might keep my eyes peeled or maybe look on Ulta's site for a shade lighter. But that's exciting. Something fresh and new and different from the drugstore. I love to see it. So anyway, I'm going to finish getting ready really quickly. Oh, hello again. We're further in the routine. I finally got a new shade of the e.l.f. O-Faced. Why do I always say O-Faced? Like past tense. O-Faced lipstick in the shade Dirty Talk. A lot of you guys recommended this because I felt like, well, I loved the formula, but I could not land on a shade that I absolutely loved. So, this is totally here. Let me swatch it on my hand so you can see. This formula is insane. It really is like the NARS Audacious lipstick formula. I know we've all compared it to that, but it really is. This is truly a My Lips But Better color, but a little bit peachy. Probably should have done a lip liner with this, but this looks nice. Let me show it to you in like daylight. Well, now you can see like all the rest of the makeup too. Yeah, that bronzer is not bad. I think, like I said, I think it's a little harsh for my skin tone, but the lipstick color, it's definitely the best one of the shades I've tried, and I've tried like 4 others for me. So the rest of it though, I'll link everything else I use below, like the eyeshadow is just a single shadow that I love, etc. But yeah, I'm loving the look. It all came together. I don't know though, that bronzer, I need to blend it a little bit more. All right, I don't think I'm gonna do my hair beyond this. I kept going back and forth on if I would, but I'm like, I think we're good. I'm all about a low bun. I do that more often than not, honestly. So I need to tackle some of these dishes as well, and then I'm gonna go into the workspace. Like I said, no 2 days are the same. So I feel like some days I film here, which obviously I've been filming here this morning, but some days I'll film here in the morning and then go into the workspace. If you're confused by me saying workspace, I'll link the video where we kind of talk about it. I think Tyler is already there. He dropped Felicity off this morning, and I'm sure that's where he is right now. But you know, a few months ago before we had this, I would be up in our, I was going to say final bedroom, the third, how many bedrooms do we? Speaking of coffee, we bought this at Costco. It's their San Francisco Bay French roast. It's a dark roast. We usually go light or medium. This is definitely a vibe. Like, it is a total flavor change in our coffee maker, and I don't think it's my favorite. I think it's just a little too dark for me. Personal preference. Our favorite from Costco, we always stock up, is this. I don't even know. Does it even say if it's like medium or... Oh my gosh, I'm now seeing it's Indiana, which is where we live. I had no idea. Okay, that is so flipping cool. Maybe this is hard to get elsewhere. Well, either way, I don't know what this is, but it is our favorite. We continually repurchase it. If Costco ever stopped selling it, we would probably seek it out. Now I definitely want to seek it out because it's supporting I guess in theory, a local company. That's so cool. All right, we are going to pop on the Office, I think super fan episode. If that's Scott, no, we're not doing Scott's Tots. Are you kidding me? We'll just do a regular episode. While I knock out some of these dishes so we don't come home later to a dirty kitchen. Pinocchio's out, letting the squirrels know what's what. We have a few leaf hangers-ons there, but generally most of our leaves have fallen, but it's a nice, crisp, but sunny day. All right, so I'm about to have kind of my mid-morning snack since I had a somewhat of a breakfast, but not a full breakfast earlier. And then I like to sometimes put the everything bagel seasoning on this. It depends on my mood. I think I'm gonna put a little bit. Sometimes I put too much and it tastes too like salty, you know what I mean? But I think we're gonna do it today. At the workspace and in the garage here, just so many boxes. We've mostly unpacked, which is great. We're gonna list these on, Marketplace or somewhere. All right, I am now at work. I still have some boxes. Anyway, so I have some stuff I've got to get done. I've got a video that's gonna go live over the weekend, which I don't always do, but it is. So I need to get the thumbnail done, the links, and basically have it ready to go, scheduled to go live so I don't have to mess with it Saturday morning. And then a lot of emails to answer. I try to do a lot of my emails just like once a week because I noticed that if I and I know we all go through this with anything you do, any emails. If you respond all the time right away, you're constantly getting more emails in. So either checking it once a day or just a few times a week, I think is the move. And obviously there's always an email that I just need to respond to right away, and I do, but some that can wait, I try to wait and do them all together, because otherwise it's just constant bombardment. So it is email day. I'm definitely gotta get through some emails before the weekend. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed coming along with me in what my morning sometimes looks like. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you enjoy vlogs like this, I do vlogs all of the time. I'll link my playlist. And thank you again to Brooklinen for sponsoring a part of this video. Again, if you want to shop Brooklinen site-wide sale to get 20% off, I will have my link below. If you want to get a holiday gift for someone, maybe you want to upgrade your own bedding or towels, it is an awesome time to do that. So thank you, Brooklinen, and thank you guys for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.